In the early 1800s, deep in the forests of Tennessee, there lived a family whose name would become one of America's most terrifying legends, the Bell family. What happened to them was so strange, so horrifying, that even generations later, people still whisper about it. This is the story of the Bell Witch. The year was 1817. John Bell was a respected farmer living near the small settlement of Adams, Tennessee. Life was peaceful. His crops were growing, his family was healthy, and nothing seemed unusual. Until one autumn evening, as the sun disappeared behind the trees, John noticed a strange animal standing at the edge of his field. It looked like a dog, but its head looked almost human. Its eyes glowed in the darkness. John raised his rifle and fired. The creature vanished. There was no blood, no footprints, nothing. John told himself it was a trick of the light, but it wasn't. Days later, strange sounds began echoing through the Bell house. Scratching, knocking, whispers. At first, they were faint. Then they grew louder. Every night, the noises became worse. The family searched the house. Nothing. No animals. No intruders. Yet the sounds continued. One night, John's daughter Betsy woke up screaming. She claimed invisible hands had pulled her hair while she slept. The family rushed to her room. No one was there, but deep red marks covered her face. As weeks passed, the attacks became more violent. Blankets were ripped away. Children were slapped by unseen forces. Furniture moved on its own. The Bell family was terrified. Then came the voices. At first they sounded like distant whispers. Soon they became clear. The voice belonged to a woman, an angry woman. She laughed in the darkness. She sang strange songs. She knew secrets nobody else knew. The voice called itself Kate. No one knew who Kate was, but she seemed to hate John Bell, especially John Bell. News spread throughout Tennessee. Neighbors came to witness the haunting. Many left pale with fear. Some heard the voice speaking directly to them. Others saw strange shadows moving through walls. One visitor claimed an invisible force slapped him so hard he fell to the floor. The haunting became famous. Even military leaders reportedly heard stories about the Bell Witch. Curious travelers arrived from distant towns, hoping to see the supernatural entity. Many got more than they expected. One cold winter night, a group of visitors stayed at the Bell house. As they sat around the fireplace, the voice suddenly spoke. It called each visitor by name. Then it revealed personal secrets none of them had ever shared. The room fell silent. People began trembling. How could this thing know so much? No one had an answer. As years passed, John Bell's health began to fail. He complained of terrible pains. His face grew pale. His hands shook constantly. And every night the voice mocked him. "I will kill you," it whispered. The family feared the witch was responsible. Then came the morning that changed everything. John Bell was found unconscious. Beside his bed sat a small glass vial filled with a mysterious black liquid. No one knew where it came from. No one had seen it before. John died shortly afterward. That night, the voice laughed louder than ever. According to witnesses, it celebrated his death. The bell, which had supposedly achieved its goal. After John's death, the haunting slowly faded. The voice became quieter. The attacks became less frequent. Finally, the spirit disappeared, or so people believed. Years later, visitors began reporting strange experiences near the Bell property. They heard whispers among the trees. They saw figures standing in the darkness. Some claimed they saw a woman watching them from inside the forest. When approached, she vanished. As decades passed, the legend grew. The original Bell cabin disappeared, but one place remained, a cave, a dark cave connected to the Bell property. Today, it is known as the Bell Witch Cave. Many visitors have reported strange sounds inside. Footsteps, voices, cold spots, shadowy figures. Some investigators believe the cave is haunted. Others believe it is merely folklore. But those who enter often leave with stories they cannot explain. One modern explorer claimed he heard a woman whisper directly into his ear. When he turned around, nobody was there. Another reported seeing glowing eyes staring from the darkness deep inside the cave. Several visitors have captured mysterious sounds on recording devices. Sounds resembling voices. Sounds that seem to speak. The bell, which remains one of America's oldest and most famous ghost stories. More than 2 centuries have passed, yet the mystery survives. Was it a clever hoax? A psychological phenomenon? Or something truly supernatural? No one knows. But if you ever find yourself driving through the quiet back roads of Tennessee late at night, and you hear knocking from somewhere in the darkness, do not answer, because some legends never die, and some spirits never leave. The bell which may still be waiting, watching, listening, and perhaps looking for her next victim. The end.